EdTech has always been about using technology to facilitate the practice of education, and I think that connection between the tech and education theory and learning theory is really what makes this such a unique field. Generative AI is really not any different. It's a whole new layer of technology, and when we think about how that's going to both influence education theory and learning theory, and how we can actualize more of our what we know about learning theory using GenAI, it's really quite fascinating. When we've been teaching adults at scale, it's very challenging to address all of these unique individual attributes. We have had the ability to segment our learners into groups that may be similar. And over the last few years, we've had more and more opportunities with machine learning to do some personalized approaches to learning. But even then, it's been very much more of a programmatic side, more of like kind of a look back. Like we have an understanding of what course you may want to take because of courses you've taken before, a little bit of a Netflix kind of approach there. And GenAI allows us to actually create a whole new learning experience for each individual learner. So when we think about customer education, we are thinking about that specific customer's journey, the specific challenges that customer has had, the specific ways that customer is interacting with the product and services and solutions. And it's just a very unique experience for that specific customer. So rather than just saying like, well, because you did this thing, here's a course you may like, we can actually create new content that addresses all those things I mentioned about adult learning theory for that customer. And that opens up an entirely new world to teach adults at scale. So I see us using GenAI a lot on the productivity side, which is very commonly what we're seeing with this in all industries, to sort of speed up some of the mundane tasks and get us to creating content faster or creating more content, using it on video for a whole variety of translations and avatars and creating video at a totally different pace. And there's nothing wrong with that, but what I'm excited about is using GenAI to really push the envelope and completely redefine how we have approached learning, especially at scale, adult education at scale, and what that could mean for the customer and partner education industries. But some of those early days of EdTech, we were using it to just sort of facilitate and keep doing the traditional teaching approaches that we were doing for many years. And some of the more common educational theories were from the 1900s. And it really wasn't until 2005 when we get connectivism, which is a new learning theory that was really kind of developed from technology. So it was technology that influenced the theory. And we see that people really learn in a different way using social networks, using this online internet approach that didn't exist obviously in the 1900s. So I really am excited to think about what new level of learning we're going to unlock and uncover with GenAI, and what new learning theories are going to come about. And so I hope that we get to a place where we're not looking at replacing the instructional designer because AI can do it, but that instructional designer no longer has to do some of the more mundane, copy and paste aspects of the job, and can now focus on an entirely deeper level of learning, a more personalized approach to learning, a more targeted approach to learning. And so the roles that have more historically been a little bit more task-oriented can become more strategic. And that's, I think it's just really going to open up a lot more for this field and a lot more opportunities, and I am excited to see where it takes us.